Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. The Gardner-Shanker Student Scholars Program is a grant-based project that allows us to provide mentorship between students and professors outside of coursework. The students participate in a program that spans the entire academic year. Each project focuses on a different archival collection. This year began with a focus on the Edward Koch collection and a close look at New York City in the 1980s.
Students began these amazing projects focused on issues ranging from homelessness, mental health, violence against women, food scarcity, and race riots.
I learned to appreciate what we have when we actually get to work on projects like this one-on-one with professors in the archives, going to museums, going to outings, just learning to appreciate the effort that the staff and the professors put into giving us that experience and how important it is.
In all of this, there's both the chronicling and the history and the engagement on events and issues in society. But it's really important that you allow the stories of New Yorkers to get told.
It was really exciting to see the photographs getting together for group discussion, critiques, and then March happened.
Back in March, it was still cold. There were absolutely no people on the streets. It was just me walking around these empty streets in Manhattan. And I decided to photograph at night. I realized that at night, my neighborhood was turning into this kind of action scene where you can see all the little lights going on, you can see all the different colors on the windows, you can see the people moving in and around the house. And I found that very interesting, so I wanted to photograph that and share it with the world.
Some of them started photographing outside their windows, looking at the world from the inside, not a way that they are accustomed to or comfortable working normally. A few of them tried self-portraiture, another way of photographing, which can be technically complicated and for some, psychologically uncomfortable.
My project is called Territories. I named it this because I felt like I moved through so many different spaces during this project, both externally and internally. Shortly after I began this project, I went through quarantine, which was very difficult for me. Light moved through my apartment in really beautiful ways. This image to me signifies a hopefulness that we can all sort of find our own little patch of light and carry that through with us to better times.
I have like a few guests who joined from my country, from Mexico. Gracias por todas las personas que están conectadas desde México. My first project was about immigrant workers, how they live, how dangerous some work will be, and how they support their family. I have to change my subject. I went out walking around my own house, were looking supermarket. They were like a long line waiting. These people were like essential workers who were there working since morning, all day, every day.
Originally, my project was supposed to be about police officer. I changed my project to documenting New York City. Maybe somebody might see my photos a century later. And I want to tell them what it was like in 2020 and how we survive in this difficult time. Also, Black Lives Matter happened. I marched with people in this huge crowd. People were powerful to tell a message. It was not easy to take photography.
I think that also helped me in a way get over a lot what I was going through, because writing it out was a little more cathartic and it was almost therapeutic in a way. In future years, someone's going to look up, they're going to have like a fellowship project on COVID-19 that happened like 25 years ago. They might come across my little, piece, and it might be really helpful to them.
In mourning that loss of the original project together, and in assessing kind of our situation in the pandemic, they produced some really poignant pieces that will stand up to the test of time and become a part of the archival and historical record for LaGuardia and for future generations of LaGuardia students.
Even in this difficult time, in this pandemic, we are supporting each other and helping each other. And we are so powerful, and we encourage each other.
I know like this project has changed my life a lot. I mean, going out and face these issues, especially in Corona, where people were really, really afraid to go out and walk around.
What I'm most proud of is that these students and faculty, amidst this disruption and isolation, managed to gather together and create a real space for creativity and camaraderie to thrive.
I just want to emphasize again, I couldn't wish for a better group of students to go through this.
By being sharp observers of their experience and their world, their generation will help us make sense of all this and hopefully recover afterwards.